Hey, this is Different Careers with Kate Nudd. Again, we are going through the Massage Therapy Principles and Practice book, and they have given some videos. So we're going to do section 7.3 for the video over bolsters, because one of the things that came to my attention is some people actually don't know what a bolster is. So maybe this minute video will explain it, because you need to probably see it visually. So let's get started.
To provide client comfort and proper body mechanics in the prone, supine, or side-lying position, use positioning equipment. Cushions support the client's individual joints and relax muscles. The most commonly bolstered areas are the face, neck, ankles, and knees. Special placement of bolsters for clients in the side-lying position will also be presented. In the absence of commercially manufactured bolsters, a rolled-up towel, blanket, or pillow may be used. Always drape the bolster or pillow with a protective covering such as a towel, pillowcase, or specially designed bolster cover. These covers should be washed after each client use. The bolster may also be placed between the bottom sheet and the table surface. Adjust the bolster to fit directly behind the client's knees or ankles. Be sure to remove the bolster before you turn your client over or your client gets up from the massage table.
Well, that was short. They cut it off. Anyways, that is what a bolster is. It's like a cushioning device for that goes under your knees or under your ankles. So if you're face down, it goes under your ankles. If you're face up, it goes under your knees. Some people find that they don't need a bolster when they are face up. Again, it depends on your health conditions. For me, sometimes if the bolster was too big, then I felt numbness for some reason during my massage, and like I lost sensation, or I felt weird sensations in my spine, or it was like it made my legs sleepy, like I was losing sensation in my legs. I don't know why that happened. It didn't make any sense to me. So if you're a client, please speak to your massage therapist. I guess for me, the reason why I kept silent is I didn't think there was anything that you could do about it. Plus, when I was a kid, I would roll over my side and sometimes my arm would get stuck and it like fell asleep on me. And like when I woke up, it was like completely numb and I could barely move it. So I related it to kind of that situation. Like I didn't know that could happen during a massage, or if you position your legs the wrong way, you could lose sensation in the legs. So eventually I just told one of the massage therapists at the time that I traded with, hey, can you not put like the bolster under my legs when I'm face up? And it's like I don't need it. And they were fine because that made me feel more comfortable. So but yes, like I did find you do still need the bolster under your ankles when you're face down, and then the face cradle pillow thing, it's really a face cradle pillow or headrest. So that's usually what like comes with the table if you order a more expensive table. So again, depending on how big a person is, how tall a person is, how muscular a person is, they might need a bigger bolster or a smaller bolster. I guess the tables that I have, it came with like pretty much a half size or a smaller size bolster, so it seemed efficient. Other people, if they bought a cheaper table, they just stuck a pillow under people's knees, and it just gave it more a cushiony effect. But I didn't feel like the pillow really supported the knees. So like, because the pillow they were using was more flat. So you can use a pillow, and then you saw different draping styles here. Just they were showing towels and they were showing sheets. So again, I'm not sure why you would use towels for a massage therapy, unless you're like at the beach or something. Like maybe it'd be better, more convenient if like you're giving a massage at the beach. Hey, use towels, because it could be you're giving a massage outside. You may want like those, towels for draping, and that means like someone's gonna have their swimsuit on probably while you're massaging them. So that is a thing that I forgot to mention. Proper body mechanics, client positioning, and draping. Draping isn't necessary if that person is wearing clothes. That means tank tops, shirts, yoga pants. Draping isn't necessary if they're wearing like sports clothes, or exercise clothes. And then at the beach, yeah, if you're giving a massage at the beach, then they're gonna leave their swimsuit on, and you're just gonna massage the areas that are convenient to massage. Okay, so that's probably where the towels come in, or again in a spa setting where a waterproof table is set up in like a water room of some sort, where there you can massage with steam in the room or whatever. So then again, because they're going to have the room to themselves, then you're going to have to tell them how to put the towels on them properly, to fully cover themselves. Yeah, bolsters are important. Body mechanics. And one thing they did not show, but in the book they showed, is if someone needs extra neck support when they're face up, then you can roll up a towel and put it under their neck. And another thing that came to mind is a lot of my clients, they acted like they didn't know the difference between supine and the prone position. So literally, when giving them directions on how to get on and off the table, or flipping over, you want to tell them, please turn on, please turn face up, and lay on your back. Please lay face down with your face in the face cradle. You want to use very common word terminology, because they just didn't know what prone and supine meant. Or lay down on your spine, on your vertebrae, lay down on your abdomen, or your belly, those are the terminologies you're going to want to use with your client, because they're just not going to understand. But a lot of massage therapists, they kept saying, be prone, go supine. Like the terminology was like ingrained into my brain, and I was just like, I sort of got it some of the time, because I believe in more effective communication. So that's what I did when I was an active massage therapist. So I still have my massage therapy license, so I'm just using it well, technically, you don't have to have a massage therapy license to talk about massage when you were a massage therapist. There was nothing in any of the rules that I read that said I couldn't talk about massage, you know? So, because I'm not actively practicing and doing any massages, except, from time to time, maybe trying to massage myself a little bit. Again, that's what happens when you have severe muscle tension in your back, and from the age of 12, it's never gone away. You always feel like you need a massage, and when you get a massage, it doesn't really alleviate it enough. So it's like, literally, if I had known that massage wasn't very effective in getting rid of my own muscle tension, I probably never would have picked this as a temporary career. But what's done is done. It is what it is. So if you're going into this field, no, I recommend starting off working at a spa. You are going to get experience and be able to save money. You might even be able to figure out how to manage your time better. And if you work like 4.5 hours, you might be able to take a 2-hour break. And then if you have like a massage room set up in your house, wherever you live, then you can take in extra clients and get that extra cash. That's what I recommend, because spas give you the more frequent clients. It's more steady income. And then you have other clients by word of mouth that you could be like, okay, yeah, come to me. But again, if you live far enough away from a spa, or if you're commuting, or again, they will have that disclosure policy of you're not allowed to take any clients away from our business. Like there's a no compete clause or whatever. So be aware of that if you're going to open up a side business and work for a spa too. The other thing is, you do have to have your own liability insurance if you do work for yourself. And then if you do work for yourself, you're going to want to keep your supplies to a minimum. So if you're only going to be seeing like maybe one extra client per day to get that extra cash, because you can handle 5 if you get a 2-hour break or whatever, depending on your shift, then what's going to happen is you may not need as many sheets. You may only need like 2 sets of sheets or 4 sets of sheets. You can keep it at the bare minimum. You don't need tons and tons of sheets. You don't need tons and tons of essential oils. You could be like, this is my scent of the month, or here are my main essential oil options. Here's my lotion and oil in bulk. And then you use it, and you keep your decoration, everything to a minimum or whatever. But if you have that massage room in your house, it's tax deductible because it's part of a business expense. So you can write off part of the electricity, part of the air conditioning, so it helps you out if you have your business in a home. Unfortunately for me, I realized with the way society is, it was not safe for me to ever have a massage therapy business in an apartment where you have a 2-bedroom apartment and you use one as a massage room, or a house setting, because I couldn't trust certain strangers, apparently. So I'm glad I ended up having office space only. I'm glad I ended up working in a spa setting. And I realized even in an office setting, in a spa setting, you're not 100% safe from sexual predators. So again, that is my experience. I hope, other massage therapists, if you're an adult girl, you know how to handle that and get those sexual predators away from you, and are able to get them to stay away from you. But they did not respect me as a massage therapist. They did not want just a massage. And people, whether they were adult boys or adult girls, they did come in and they did not help me position the sheets in a safe way. So that means I would drape properly, get it tucked. They would squirm, they would move. I was repositioning myself on the other side of the table, and then all of a sudden, oh, yeah, that the sheet moved so much that, like, oh, like I have to redrape again. And it's like, why couldn't the drape stay tucked? It's just a question I do not understand, and it bothers me. Why couldn't the client respect me and let me know? I did everything I possibly could to not make any mistakes, and then tons of mistakes ended up being with improper draping, and it's like all because the client squirmed or the client tried to help me drape. They didn't let me move their arm, or I don't know. It's just like it's a question that is unresolved. And so it's really the draping issue that makes me not want to ever be a massage therapist again. So literally, it's like, if I did go into massage therapy again, what would be my thing of, you need an introductory massage. Your introductory massage should be with your clothes on. And during the process of that introductory, with they leave their clothes on, you teach them how to drape. You teach them the procedure. I'm going to lift your arm up. Next time you get a massage, you need to make sure you wait until the massage therapist leaves the room before you start undressing at all. You're going to undress to your comfort level. What does that mean? Well, some spas may have a restriction of, you're not allowed to say underwear. You're not allowed to say bra. So that means you have to say, please, undress to your comfort level. And that means taking off your undergarments. So that means that's another word for underwear. Your bra. But it seemed like when you tried to tell some of the clients this, they did not understand what you were talking about. So, which stems like, do we speak the same language? Do they really speak English if they didn't understand what an undergarment was? Do you not know what undergarments are? Okay, that was a spa's philosophy to use the terminology undergarment. They said it was unprofessional or something to say bra or underwear. Undress to your comfort level. If it's more comfortable for you, remove your bra and underwear. Okay? Like, I don't see why being that blatant would get you into trouble. Because you're literally in the same phrase. It's like you're saying undress to your comfort level. Okay? If you're not comfortable taking off your bra, you don't have to take off your bra. If you're not uncomfortable having your glutes or your butt muscles directly work, then leave your underwear on. If you're not okay with your abdominals being worked on, then, then you say, don't ever work my abdominals, But is the lower hip, do you include the lower hip as your abdominals? To me, that's like the front side of the lip. You just get into maybe the bottom part of the abdominals. Is that okay? So if you do need an intake form, you do need to answer these questions. And really, maybe that should be New York's new standard to get your first massage ever in a spa setting. If you go to a new spa, if you have not had a massage on a regular basis, like if you get one once a year or every 6 months, maybe the requirement is you have to come in for 15 minutes before your appointment, demonstrate with a massage therapist, or get your first massage with clothes on only, laying on the table, so you can go through the policy of this is how you properly drape your arm, your leg, this is how we undrape the back, this is how we would expose one side of the glutes, or your butt muscles, this is how we get the front upper chest for girls. This is how we get the front part of the chest for boys. This is how we would get access to the front side of the hip. This is how we would massage the abdominals, because the, draping videos will come, but you need to explain all that. So, but again, you don't think of everything when you're younger, when you're fresh out of massage therapy school. You don't think of how to properly communicate with everybody. You don't think of how to properly set up your business the right way. But no one ever told me, like, you probably should just start off with clothed table massage. Because the problem is, everyone that came to me, they seemed like, oh yeah, I've had tons of massages before. I know how to be on the table properly. That's what they said verbally to me. But their behavior, the way the sheets moved while they were on the table, it was like, well, your behavior is acting like you've never had a massage in your whole entire life, because the sheet came loose during the massage. So do you not know how to lay still? And I didn't have enough knowledge or foresight. No one talked about it in massage school. No massage therapist that I ever talked about having a question on the intake form of, are you a squirmer? Do you move a lot? When you have received massages in the past. So yeah, massage therapist, maybe that needs to be on the intake form if you have your own personal business. Do you squirm a lot during the massage? Because then you're going to know, oh, I have to be way more careful with this client, because the sheet could all of a sudden move, and there could, you don't know how the sheet is going to be if you all of a sudden turn your back, because that's what happened. I literally turned my back. It was fine a second ago. I turned my back, sheet moved. Didn't see it move. Why'd the sheet move? So it's like, well, then use process of elimination. Okay. The massage therapist, not the massage therapist, but the client on the table squirmed. They moved. So the sheets moved. But they didn't tell me they moved, So I was expecting them to stay still for the most part. At least that area that was undraped, So it's like, because you don't expect like a little bit of movement to drastically move the sheet and undo your secure draping. So it's just like, I just didn't understand what was going on. So basically it's a draping issue. I don't ever want to be a massage therapist again because I want certain body parts to be covered, that are supposed to be covered because it's New York State law, and clients squirm too much, and I don't have the power to control the clients while they're on the table when my back is turned. Okay, so it's not my responsibility to fully, hey, the drape was okay. I turned my back. Oh, the drape isn't okay. Like, what happened? I just, and sometimes I gave responsibility. Hey, please make sure that the drape is okay. I'm focusing on my work. And then some wrong exposure happened. So it was like, no matter what I do, whether I communicate with clients, or no matter how good I think I tuck the sheets, sometimes those wrong draping mistakes would happen. And it's like, well, this is the law. I want to abide by the law. This is my livelihood. This is my job on the line if I don't abide by New York State law. But also, like, I was raised with high morals. So certain things were, like, not okay. And it's like, well, it's like I'm not a home health aide. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. It's not okay to see certain areas of the body. But it was like, people had zero respect for New York State massage therapy laws as a client. And it's like, well, where's the law in the United States of America or New York State that protects the licensed massage therapist if clients refuse to abide by the New York draping rules, that you have to, certain areas must be covered, and you are partially responsible for doing your best to make sure that you don't accidentally like expose yourself while you're receiving a massage. Where is that law concerning clients? So there's the massage therapists that have their laws, but where are the laws for the clients? So it's like, well, if there was a policy of like, I'm sorry, in order to receive a massage, and not have to get a clothed table massage all the time, you must receive a massage every season. So that means at least 4 times a year, or 3 to 4 times a year, and then you're getting it enough where you actually remember the whole draping procedures. But if you receive a massage like every 10 years, once a year, every 6 months, then you need to only have a clothed table massage. That means underneath the sheet, laying on the table with clothes on only. And that means more than your bra and underwear. Maybe those rules should be implemented. But, when I talk to like my boss to be like, what can we do to solve this problem? They're like, no one values a clothed table massage. If you're okay with getting a chair massage with your clothes on, then you should be okay with getting a clothed table massage. It's just more thorough, And that just means no lotion. It's more compression, applying pressure to the body. And touch, they should have been fine with that. You sell it as, okay, we're having problems with you being on the table. You're squirming a lot. Okay, like, it seems like you don't know how to sit still. Maybe a clothed table massage is what you really need. There's tons of benefits. You can still do like hot stones and feel the hot stones through your clothes. You just have to like set that on the person through the clothes, let the stones heat up maybe a little bit more, you could try it out, but like it's still beneficial. So, but yeah, for some reason, people, when I had that as an option, a clothed table massage in my personal business, no one really wanted it. But yeah, so many people, through their behavior, they demonstrated through their actions and through their behavior, I actually don't know how to not squirm on the table. I don't know how to receive a massage and not accidentally expose myself, and it's just like, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't have to deal with improper draping, because I knew how to drape. I learned how to drape properly. I learned 2 different ways of draping, and it's like, if people sit still, or lay still, it was fine. There were no mistakes. It's only when people moved the body area that I was working on. So it's like, move a different body area. No, I can't do that. You're working on this one, so I'm going to squirm this area that you're working on. So again, I just don't know what to do, because you can't force somebody to lay still and have a high respect for you, where they're like, I'm not going to squirm on the table for you. So, which makes me think, well, if the majority of society doesn't value skin-to-skin touch, then maybe the New York State law should be, I'm sorry, you have demonstrated through your behavior that you can't handle skin-to-skin contact, because you don't care about the draping laws of New York State. So you're only allowed to get a clothed table massage from now on. You're limited on what you can get, because that's the law of New York State. Maybe police officers, the governor of New York State should implement more safety, sexual safety regulations, not just for the massage therapists, but for the clients who receive massages as well. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's like, do people really value massage? No, through their words, through their behavior, through their actions, they really don't, because they told me to my face, oh, you're an excellent massage therapist. But did they demand, my last employer, to hire me back when I got fired? No. So I'm sorry. Actions, your behavior speaks louder than words. You really don't care about having massage in the United States of America, or New York State, for that matter, because I did my best, and my best was never good enough. So if it gets taken away and there's more restrictions, hey, it will definitely solve the problems that went on in the workplace. Just an idea. You never know. Maybe one day the governor or the politicians of the United States of America will get more strict. You never know. Because, hey, if you believe it's okay to be sexually indecent, and walk and go to nude beaches, hey, if it's a nude beach and it's okay to go stark naked at that nude beach, that's one thing. But when you're receiving a professional, safe, loving massage, because you are going to feel loved, it's not in love massage, it's just the touch feels very loving, calming, soothing. It feels like someone actually cares about you while they're touching you. That's what I mean by genuine love, like love that you would have for a complete stranger or a brother or a sister that you're not sexually attracted to, right? A relative, right? That's the it's like a deeper professionalism that you're not gonna sexually hit on someone, right? Well, you can do your best as a licensed massage therapist to abide by all the rules. But, if people say, hey, I'm open to talking about everything, and they bring up certain subjects, do boundaries get pushed? I didn't think physical boundaries could get pushed. I thought you could talk about a one thing subject and still physical boundaries and proper draping would still be there. But again, I guess people do not think like I think. People do not have this high standard for professionalism that I have. And so you can't fight with the clients. So guess what, clients? You won. If you want a sexually gross environment where sexual harassment is allowed in the workplace, go ahead. Go to the governor of New York State, go to the United States of America, and demand that you remove the draping law for sheets. Remove it. And then you would have the legal right, even if a licensed massage therapist says, I want proper draping. I agree with proper draping. You could technically demand, no, get rid of the sheets. I don't need it. Get rid of the towel. I don't need it. I'm okay with you seeing my vagina or my penis or my breasts. Go ahead, see me naked. Well, if that's the way you want the draping laws, then you need to go to the United States government and demand that they change the law. Or New York State, demand that they change the law so you can just be naked on the table without a sheet or towel on top of you. If that's how you want to behave. But I'm not going to be your massage therapist because I don't believe in that. Because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. You're not allowed to massage those areas. You're not allowed to massage the breasts. So why should I have to look at it if I'm not allowed to massage it? But hey, if that's how you want to behave, go ahead. Go to the government and demand that the law be changed if you want to be so free and not respect your massage therapist, your licensed massage therapists. Go ahead, demand that the governor of New York State change the massage therapy draping laws. Demand that the federal government change New York State draping laws, since you don't want to abide by the law of the land. But if the law changes, I'm not going to be your massage therapist because I don't want to see your breasts. I don't want to see your butt or glute, what's it called? Line or butt crack, whatever it's called. I don't want to see your penis. So that's why draping's there. To keep the licensed massage therapist safe, to keep professionalism, and to keep the client safe. And that means minors, children, teenagers can come in and get a massage, right? You know? But again, do people really value massages? They say with their word, but where are the actions and the behavior to back up that they really value the massage? Because I didn't see it when I worked for myself and when I worked for 2 other spas, because, every worker deserves a legitimate wage and be able to make more than enough money to save for retirement, cover all the expenses, wear and tear of houses and vehicles and different equipment that from time to time needs to be replaced, and enough money to buy food and to cover all your expenses, and to, at the very minimum, go once a year on a legitimate vacation and have fun. Okay? Is that too much to ask for? Apparently. So again, where is the behavior and the actions and the words that say we value massages extremely for health reasons, and it feels really good at the same time, and you want a professional massage? Do people really value it? I'm sorry, my experience is no, they did not. So if you don't change your perspective, I could care less if massage goes away. Go ahead, Governor of New York State. Go ahead, federal employees of the government of the United States of America. Feel free to make the massage therapy restrictions even more severe, and the workplace sexual harassment laws even more severe for clients, for people who come in and buy products, for patients, because apparently they do not understand that they are saying very inappropriate words and gesturing in very inappropriate ways too. So feel free, government, to protect the people. Again, there is negativity in this video and positivity in this video. So what is the positivity? Okay, well, if you don't say anything at all, what's going to happen is the problem is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse, and then someone's going to get hurt. Probably worse than I got hurt, because clients are not respecting draping laws in New York State. And it seemed like people were unaware of draping laws, right? So more and more accidents are going to happen. And so maybe there should be like a little bit of tiny wiggle room for error. It's like, well, you tried not to, move, you let me know that you moved. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, the sheet may not be where you put it. You were considerate and you communicated with your massage therapist instead of like, oh my gosh, what happened to the sheet? I have to redrape this. Okay? Um, because it does take away hands-on time if you have to keep draping every second or every minute during the massage, because that's how squirmy someone is. Okay, so the positivity is, hey, we're trying to get this out to the public to understand, hey, there's real major problems if someone's wanting a professional massage only. Some, people who don't want a professional massage, they came in looking for something else and they acted so free, like, go ahead, see me naked. So they're wrecking the industry. They're emotionally hurting massage therapists. It's a form of sexual harassment, and in my understanding, to not make sure you're doing your part to help make sure you're safely draped at all times too, with sheets and towels. So, yeah, they're they're emotionally, sexually harassing a massage therapist, and the clients are getting away with it because it wasn't rape, and they were a client and they were paying for the massage. So where's the law that protects the massage therapist, or where is this new policy of like, okay, you need a security guard at these different spas, or police officers, where it's like, okay, if you have any problems, from time to time we're going to show up and we're going to sit. You can call us, and if you had a problem with a client, we will talk to that client for you and straighten them out. Where is the police coming in and working with these massage therapy spas and being like, okay, technically this is the law for draping. Okay, you are partially responsible for making sure you stay draped properly too. Once the massage therapist drapes that area properly, it's your job to communicate with the massage therapist too, and not leave everything up to the massage therapist. It'd be like, you have to do everything, So it's like, I never had this conversation with the police of like, okay, what do I do if I turn my back and the the sheet moved when I was going to grab an essential oil and I accidentally see someone's butt crack? Like, am I gonna get in trouble? Like, am I gonna lose my license as a massage therapist? Like, what am I supposed to do? If you, for some reason, you were struggling to tuck the sheet right, because it wouldn't move properly under the leg, and then because you ended up pulling too hard and then you knocked somebody in a wrong area, are you really going to get in trouble with that? Because that was an accident. The sheet wasn't cooperating to tuck it under the leg properly. And so that's why I was confused with some of the draping laws, because it's like, it seemed safer to just drape on top of the legs, as close up, as high up to the leg as you safely could, and then not really tuck the sheet, because sometimes I would grab the sheet, and then you had to use like drastically more force, because the sheet wouldn't move properly. It got like stuck on the corner of part of the massage table or something, and then it like wouldn't move over properly, and you like whacked the person by accident. And I was just like, really? Why can't these sheets cooperate? I literally tried my best. I wasn't purposely trying to expose anybody or anything. And it's like, the client moves, the sheet gets stuck on a corner of the table. And it's like, it should maneuver smoothly. It's like, how did you get stuck on the corner? I don't even understand it. Did someone make it get stuck on the corner? Like, I don't know. But it's just like, it seemed like it's sexually dangerous to massage another person that isn't your spouse. Because you could actually accidentally see someone's vagina or penis or breasts because the sheets don't cooperate properly. The clients don't cooperate properly because they squirm too much. And it didn't make any sense because the majority of the time, the sheets, moved and glided over the client smoothly. So I don't understand why it got stuck on the corner of the table unless the client was purposely trying to expose themselves. So again, I am a failure as a massage therapist because people wouldn't communicate with me what they want. I became a licensed massage therapist. I did not go into the industry of selling my body for sex. I did not go into the industry, which is illegal, by the way, selling your body for sex. I did not go into the industry of giving people happy endings where you touch their genitalia area or you touch their breasts. I did not go into that industry. So I don't understand why the sheets weren't working properly. Because the majority of the time, they moved smoothly over all the clients. The majority of the time. For draping tons of different areas, and then it's like, oh, it all of a sudden doesn't work for this one area. That doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what went wrong, but do we have power in our words? Do we have the power to bless ourselves or curse ourselves? Do we actually have the power to speak positivity over ourselves or negativity over ourselves? Did someone speak negativity over all these massages that went wrong? Is that the root issue of what happened? I don't know, because no one told me they spoke negativity over their own massage. I thought they really came to receive a safe, loving massage. So I don't understand what went wrong. But I didn't think that these draping rules were a huge burden, but it turned out to be a huge burden because there was just way too many clients that squirmed too much. The sheets didn't work properly. It could even be the employers that hired people to wash and dry the sheets. They starched the sheets, so the sheets became too stiff. So that could be what happened. I don't know, but I did the best I could, and my best wasn't good enough. So my solution is for New York State, the governor, whoever you are in the future, implement stricter massage therapy policies in New York State for clients. Make it so in order for they get a massage, they have to go through a clothed table massage first, and in the process of getting that clothed table massage, They go through the proper draping standards. And then United States, the federal government, maybe you need to make the massage therapy laws the same in all of the different states of the United States of America. So every state is on the same page and every state has the same massage therapy rules, because there is confusion with clients going from one state to another. They don't understand all the rules. So I guess that's the positivity, is realizing, hey, the rules that we have and the policies that we have for massage therapy are not working. We need more restrictive laws so that everyone is on the same page, so we can create a better, safer, positive society with zero being the goal of zero sexual harassment in the workplace, for nurses, for doctors, for massage therapists, for counselors, whoever is under the attack of sexual harassment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, positivity and negativity is allowed on this platform. So if you can't handle these deeper concepts, go somewhere else. Because I'm not saying that if you're a sexual polygamist, you're not allowed to do that. I'm just saying that in a professional setting, that shouldn't be allowed. Have a good day. Until next time.